Hi, I'm Christy Etter, an integrative health practitioner and HTMA specialist. And you may be wondering, what is an HTMA test and why should I do it? Well, the HTMA test is short for hair tissue mineral analysis, and this is an amazing non-invasive test that measures the minerals and heavy metals in your body, which can uncover root causes of fatigue, stress, digestive issues, and other chronic health conditions. HTMA is the perfect test to start with if you have any of these issues, and it's also good for anyone that's concerned about toxic metal exposure or wants to optimize their energy, metabolism, and long-term health. Now, why test for minerals and toxic metals? Well, minerals like calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium are essential for energy, digestion, hormone balance, and more. Now, they are like spark plugs for the body, and when we are depleted of any of these or the ratios are out of balance, this can then compromise our digestive system, detoxification, cause dysregulation with our hormones. The immune system is compromised, and our nervous system is going to struggle. That's when you hear about things like burnout. Now, all of these systems need to work together for optimal health, and if one of them is off, well, then it's like a domino effect and the whole system becomes imbalanced. This is because all minerals impact other minerals or vitamins and other compounds in the body. There's also a close connection between minerals and metals because both of them are on the periodic table. And when we're deficient in minerals, the body is going to grab onto whatever it can. And sometimes it's just going to get something that's close enough, even though it's not the optimal nutrient. And unfortunately, metals are more prevalent in our environment these days, so it's going to grab hold of these toxic metals, and that is going to not only make us toxic, but we're not then going to be able to eliminate those metals in part until the body has what it needs in the form of minerals. You may also be wondering, why check for these minerals in the hair? Can't we just do a blood test? While blood tests are also an excellent tool, blood is just a transport medium. It moves things from point A to point B, and blood has to remain at a consistent pH. So the body is going to consistently push and pull nutrients in and out of the cell in order to keep the blood in a homeostatic balance. However, nutrients are going to do their work at the cellular level, not in the blood. So we need to look at what's happening in the cell, and an HTMA test can help us to do just that. By the time the nutrients are deficient in the blood, they have been long deficient at the cellular level, and we're typically struggling with the late stage of a disease process at that point. It's honestly the best test to start with because it's affordable, very easy to self-administer, and it just takes a few snippets of the hair, pop it in the mail, and then it gets sent to the lab. But although it's a simple test to take, it's actually very complex to properly interpret, which is why you need a practitioner that has been trained and specializes in reading the results. And because of the vast information that it can provide, it makes an invaluable tool because minerals don't lie. Now, I can promise you that taking an HTMA test is going to be an absolute game changer, and I strongly feel this is something everyone should do. Now, you're going to receive an intake and nutrition assessment questionnaire by email, and I have another video below which is going to show you the instructions on how to take the hair sample, and you'll also receive written instructions as well when you receive your kit. So I look forward to working with you. Of course, please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, and I hope you have an awesome day.